Actually, I came to hear about it from Flecka. She told me, and I'd never heard of this Jawai, quite frankly. And I have not done a wildlife trip sort of for the past few years, though I've done earlier, both here and abroad. And yeah, it was just more a desire just for the holiday than anything else, and a day in Udaipur, which I really didn't know what to expect of this safari trip.
Well, I told Liz Beena about it, almost forced her to come, and I think she's the one who not regretted it at all. And she enjoyed herself to the limit. And as you know, I've come I think the third time this year. First was Pench, which was super. Kabini was super. And this was a totally different terrain completely.
So this is my first safari in India. So I didn't really know what to expect, but I did not expect to see as much rock as we kind of experienced traveling on. But I think I might have been spoiled for future safaris because it was so much fun to be like driving up and down the rocks. Like I really loved it. That was like the experience of actually like being on the rocks, which was amazing. But what I also thought was really stunning was like the landscape because of the rocks. So you had like this contrast of like rocks and then greenery and then water bodies. I thought it was really pretty.
My last safari was, as I discovered again through conversation on this safari 20 years ago in Bandipur, and the landscape was completely different, and I hadn't watched any of the videos of the previous safaris that we were sent because I just wanted to experience it with no prior expectation or anything. And as Baina said, I was also blown away because I didn't know that India had this type of landscape. And I don't think anyone will believe me also because the pictures don't do it justice. No. It is stunning. Silver rocks with green bushes. And it's something completely like from the Lion King or a storybook. Doesn't feel real. So it's been magical.
The landscape is really excellent. I really loved it, and it's there were times that we didn't want to move out of that landscape area, but we had to because there's a time limit. We want to leave the wildlife on their own, so that's why we had to leave. Otherwise, we would have stayed there for a more longer time.
Animals we saw were the fox. Yes, then a lot of birds. Can't quite remember the names, but and what else did we see? The chinkara, yeah, hedgehog.
We did see chinkara, which I never realized was actually between a deer and an antelope. And we saw nilgai. We saw peacocks, the normal birds, but we saw a peacock on top of a rock who was doing these alarm calls and found a leopard underneath somewhere in the bushes.
We saw one fox, then we saw one kingfisher bird, a different kind of species which has not been seen. Then we saw some different kind of birds. I don't remember how many birds we've seen, but it's really nice. We saw the wild cat.
We have had so many. Apparently we were very lucky, but I just took it as the expectation of the safari because the leopards were just waiting for us when we arrived. One of my favorites would have to be early morning when the little baby leopard cub came all the way next to us. Another would have to be when they were like playing and jumping and tumbling, which was really adorable. And then when one of them crossed the road right in front of us, that was also really cool. If I let Tasha start, she will not stop. So
Yeah,
I'm trying to
that's
think
true.
of any
No,
others.
but these are the same. Basically, the thing is, we were really lucky and we got to see every part of their day. We got to see them resting, playing, grooming, loving their mother, eating. So we were very lucky. The only thing left to see is an actual hunt, which I know is very rare, but hopefully in this lifetime once. But yeah,
But we actually saw the leopard with its scale, which was
twice.
kind of cool.
That's very cool.
Obviously, the leopard in the family, the cubs playing. The mother, she had hunted some, maybe a goat or something, and she's taking that into the caves. So that's all memorable and not able to forget that very soon or easily.
It was nice. I loved the tented cottages, very comfortable, very homely, excellent service, good food. And actually, for one day, we thought it was like our place. But of course, over the weekend, more people came in. But generally, I'd recommend it to anybody. And Naman also very obliging. Generally, it added to the whole experience being memorable.
It's really a lovely place, and I think people should visit it more often if they're coming to Jawai and staying here, because they're so obliging in the senses that everyone, like if you need anything in particular, like I have stomach issues, I think Naman made sure the food wasn't that spicy, and there is delicious Rajasthani food that they made.
He was really amazing.
My God,
He was passionate about what he was doing, which made a huge difference. So it wasn't like he was just doing his job and kind of bored and wants to go home now.
Yeah.
Because he seemed as interested, if not more, to kind of spot the leopard and get his own photos and make sure that we get the best spot and all of that. And he made a big difference to the experience.
And also, he was very generous with his personal knowledge about the specific animals that we were seeing, which I think is a very rare trait in general. But he was very happy to answer our questions. He was very happy to tell us his views about where the various animals that we were observing would go next and what they would do.
Big part, and his ability to anticipate the
And
animals'
instinct.
next move. Yeah.
He was spot on instinct. Like, he knew what they were going to do next. So he really knows them.
Yeah.
And he shared that knowledge with us, which was a gift.
Obviously made a big difference to our experience.
Yeah, true.
He's a really excellent driver, and the way he's driving the vehicle or the control on the vehicle, it was really great. And he has the sense of showing the animals where the animal is going to go the next, and it's on the move. Maybe the wildcats, or maybe the fox, or maybe the deer, the chinkara what we saw, or even the leopards we saw. So he knows that when are they going to go next. So it was really nice before reaching them, or when they are on the spot, we are also there on the spot. So that was a great experience.
I feel that the entire way Shashank set up this experience inherently is very intimate. And because of that, and because of the time that he spends with you when you're not on safari, also you get to ask him questions, and he very patiently has answered all of our questions about the animals, about other safaris, about many different things. I feel like I was telling my husband this earlier today that I've learned so much in these 4 days that I would have never learned on another kind of maybe more commercial or larger group safari. And I didn't expect that at all. As I said, I came with zero expectations, and I think I'm going back with so much knowledge.
So I would have to say that what stood out to me was how passionately he feels about what he's doing and about giving that safari experience to us. It didn't seem again like he was doing a job and that he just was along for the ride and like come on like see whatever and then we're leaving. It was very he was very invested in the experience and the experience that we were having, and that's always nice to feel. I also loved the fact that he was always like providing us with bits of knowledge which obviously we lacked coming from a city, and like he was really happy to give it, happy to provide that. So that really stood out to me. I think it made a big difference to the kind of experience that we had.
That was an amazing safari, guys. If you would like to in fact join us on our safari tours and expeditions, please do connect with us on the platforms mentioned below. And if you'd like to know more on India's wildlife and our protected areas, please do subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.